What's up, guys? You already know who this is. Brian Horton with BK Trading Academy. If you've been following us for a while, I'm a professional trader, owner, and educator of BK Trading Academy. And I have a very simple question for you. What if you can trade confidently, knowing when to enter, when to sell and buy, have perfect channels drawn on your chart, a perfect trend, you know when breakouts are going to happen, you know exactly what's going to happen just using that one indicator? Well, you guys are in luck. We're going to be using the simple Bollinger Band strategy coupled with price action. Nothing else but Bollinger Band and price action. Don't worry about price action. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. So guys, before we even get into it, you already know I want you to hit that thumbs up, like and subscribe if you haven't already so you can get notifications sent to your YouTube inbox automatically, guys. I'm excited about this because it is so simple. If you're a new trader, this is geared to you, or if you're a struggling trader and you're looking for a simple plug and play strategy, I got your back right here.
Yeah, I know I got problems, and I don't know where to go. I don't want to put the blame on.
So guys, Bollinger Bands represents a volatility range. It consists of 3 bands drawn in relation to price. So this is it right here. It's BB. And for those who are new, all you need to do is go to indicators, type in Bollinger Bands, and it will pop up. Now I'm going to give you the settings in just a moment. Just hold tight. Now the middle of the band is the 20 simple moving average, and it's surrounded by an upper band and a lower band. And the upper band and lower band can be looked at as support and resistance. And now for new traders, support simply means the bottom where you will typically buy, and resistance means the ceiling or the top where you would typically sell. And these bands right here will give you that indication, coupled with price action, to give you extra confirmation or confluence, what we like to say in the trading world. So guys, let's go ahead and deep dive into it. We're going to look at odd NZD on the daily time frame for the first example. Now this strategy will work for any time frame. Now the higher the time frame, the longer you plan on being in that trade, and the more pips you can rack up until price gets down to your other band or your middle band. The lower the time frame, the faster price is going to get from one band to the other, but you're not going to get as many pips. So just keep that in mind. Now my settings for the Bollinger Band, under inputs is length 20, the source is closed, the standard deviation is 2, the offset is 0. The style is completely up to you. I have the middle band as white. The upper band, I have it as red because to me that signifies sell. And then I have the lower as green, which signifies a buy. That's just me personally. The visibility, you're just going to keep it the same. And I have these checked off here. So let's go ahead and look at how this can work. And then I'm also going to talk about the standard deviation, the difference between the 2 and the 3, and how the 3 will give you more confidence, although you would take less trades, but you will be more profitable. The 2, you will take more trades, but just a little bit less profitable. I'm showing you the difference. Just stick with me, guys. All right. So again, the red band signifies to sell. So you typically want to see price come through or touch this red band or poke through it just a bit, and you know that price is overbought, meaning that price is a bit expensive. So you typically want to sell. The same thing at the bottom, where price gets to the bottom of the band, you typically want to buy. You want to typically see it poke through, and then it will signal to buy. Now, you don't want to buy or sell it alone just using these bands, and I'll tell you why. Let's look back here, and we see right here where price went right through the band, but it continued to go even higher. Now, if you would have sold there, you would have lost money because you don't want to just use the Bollinger Band by itself. You want to look at price action. You want to look at technical analysis as well. And then we can also see here these red bands, or this red candle poke right through it. You would expect for price to shoot right up after that. But no, it continued further. If you would have bought at that time, you would have lost. So you want to couple it with price action. I'm going to explain to you exactly what I mean by that. But for the most part, when price hits the bottom, it shoots up. But if you want to increase your odds of being profitable, you will use technical analysis and price action. So this is what I mean. Let's go to where current price is at. We can see price bounce right off of this red band here, which signifies the sell. So if you sold here, you would have been great. Now, you don't sell just because it hits the band. You want to have extra confirmation. And this is what I mean by extra confirmation. I'm going to draw a rectangle right here, and this stands right out right here. So if I get my circle tool here, this was previous resistance when price went up, shot down, right? It also hit the red band, but also it hit a nice resistance zone. So this will be considered resistance in the past. Again, right here, even though it didn't hit the band, this is still a nice resistance zone. So price shot down. So the band helps as confluence right here. Price is at the band and is at resistance. So you would have sold, you would have profited. So I'm going to go ahead and take my text tool, and I'm just going to simply type resistance. So this is our resistance line, okay? Now, where will price go? You want to look for support, okay? Here's our bottom band here, which marks as support. So if price comes down to here, you typically want to buy, but you want it to be at a nice key level. So I'm going to get my circle tool here again, and I'm going to mark what stands out to me. This stands out here because we have multiple candles bouncing off of this support zone and it shot up, right? Again, if I look left again, it shot up and then it shot down. So this was previous resistance. It made future support. Again, in the past, this was resistance and it shot down. And I can keep going. This was support. This was resistance. So if I get my rectangle tool and I just draw a line straight across, this will be my next support zone. So I'm going to get my text tool and simply type support. So now you can see how I'm using price action with these bands, but it takes a skill to identify the support and resistance zone. You want to see it stand out here. You want to see either multiple candles reversing or one big candle reversing. This is my resistance zone. This is my support zone. So now if I sold, I can take it to the middle band just to be safe because price could definitely shoot back up. And if I were to take it from here to this middle band, that would have been about 66 pips. If you're bolder and if you are a swing trader, you could take it to the bottom of the band or around this support area for about 187 pips. So you can see how I use these bands mixed with price action to get risk on my side and have greater profits. So as price shoots down, this will begin to shoot down a bit. And as it ranges, this will start to kind of meet, right? So then I can draw my support line across a bit. And as it meets, then I'll be interested in possibly buying. If it doesn't meet, and let's say that the green Bollinger Band happens to come down, then I would wait to see where my next support zone is. What I would do, circle it. Here's my support zone here, multiple wicks right here, right here, right here. And what I mean by that is price came here, shot up. Price came down here, shot up. Price came down here, shot up. You can see it multiple times happening. And what you want to typically do is get a rectangle tool and draw it all the way across. So this will be my new support zone if my Bollinger Bands doesn't touch. So I'm just going to write support. And you want to do this in your trading view as well. You want to type these things so that whenever this happens, which could be next week or 2 weeks, you don't want to forget this setup. You can also right click, you can hit add alert, and you can simply type a message, possible buy at support, right? And then you can even just put AUD NZD. So that way you would get these alerts when you're sleeping, when you are in the middle of the day, you're looking for trade setups. I would hit create. And now look at this dotted white line. This means that I have a possible buy. So when price gets there, I want to reevaluate it. That's all, guys. It's a very, very simple strategy using your Bollinger Bands. You want to make sure that you get the settings correct. So I want to show you the difference between a 2 standard deviation and a 3. So I want you to watch these bands here closely. And watch when I go ahead and put 3 here and look at the bands. So as I hit 3, the bands widen a bit. So you can see price isn't quite touching the bands. It shot up, right? The bands are widening a bit. So that simply means that if you were to wait for price to hit the bands, you may take fewer trades. But if it does, the odds of it reversing and you getting profits increases tremendously. Let me go back to 2. As I hit 2, you can see how price shoots through the Bollinger Bands, but you can see my next candle right here, it continued to go higher. So if I sold here, I would be negative. Price went up a little bit higher, and then it finally sold, right? So I would take more trades, but my risk of profits decreases just a bit. So it's up to you where you want to put it. I don't think you can do a 2.5, but let's see. You can. So a 2.5 is between the 2 and the 3. So you can also do that as well, a 2.5. So between 2 and between 3, you have a 2.5. Let me go ahead and change that back. And so price touched the band and eventually reversed. So it may not go completely through the bands. This one did, and it reversed. From here all the way to the top of the band was 281 pips. Now imagine if you put $1 a lot size on there. You want to make $281 in about a week or so. So you want to make sure that you trade no more than 2% of your account. That's what we teach our students as well. You don't want to get greedy, and you don't want to trade with the Bollinger Bands alone. You want to make sure that you couple it with price action and technical analysis. You can also use this as a channel as well. So what I mean by that is if you're trying to figure out what am I in an uptrend or a downtrend, all you have to do is go to whatever time frame you're in, look at the bands here, and it will tell you. So I can do this. This is an uptrend. If I grab my trend line, get it on the other side, this is an uptrend. So it's kind of following these bands, right? And then I can do this with the green band. So this is a little bit far out, but you want to try to get it as close to price as possible. You can see the red band moving up. You can see the green band is following it. So that tells you we're in an uptrend. And then eventually we're in a pullback. So after that, look at the red band here. It's headed down. I can clone this here, copy it, and take it to the green side. So now we're in a pullback. So eventually we're in an uptrend, and then now we're at a pullback. So you can see how it is drawing a channel for you. If you ever get stuck, I can delete my Bollinger Bands, and now I can see my channel, and then I can fix it a bit more, right? I can do something like that. So of course, you may need a little bit more work when you're doing your trends and your channels. You want to be a little bit more accurate, and this is what we teach our students is how to draw your channels perfectly. This is just a quick synopsis or a quick overview of how you can use your Bollinger Bands as a channel. And of course, you adjust it a little bit more than what I would. But this is it, guys. A simple plug and play Bollinger Band strategy coupled with price action. You can never lose with this. So again, a quick recap. The top band signifies sell. The bottom band signifies buy. The middle, you can actually take profit. So if I'm selling from this top band, I can get out at this middle band if I want, or I can get out at the bottom. But the middle is a bit safer if you want to secure your profits. Okay, again, at the bottom. If price is at the bottom of the band, you want to get out at the middle just to be safe. So again, guys, let me know what you think about this. If you've used this before, if you have any questions about this, if this helped you, let me know, and I would love to help you with this. And guys, if you're still on the fence and you've been trading for a while but not consistently profitable, I don't know what to say but to join us. Help me help you. We have a community of like-minded traders who are where you at now and who have progressed. We want to help you graduate from our academy so that you can trade confidently with one of 3 of the strategies that we implement. We trade all the time. We're profitable 95% of the time. We trade live 3 times a week with our students, the New York session. We enter trades together and we're profitable together. We own our losses together, which rarely hits. So guys, we currently have $400 off. This will end in about 3 days. So make sure you become a student, www.bktradingacademy.com, and make sure you use BK Lifetime as your promo code and it will deduct $400 off. Again, guys, like, subscribe, comment if you haven't already, and share this video if you have any friends, family who are struggling traders, and I will see you in the next video. God bless.